It's the first count of consecration. First count of gloop. First one is scrubs. I'm starting to hiss. Attempts at augmentation in my lower right back. First count of tetrazine. I believe they just said we're augmenting you. B said augmenter. Right. First count of blump and first count of them using children. First count of fink. Second count of blump. First count of hydrazine. And I now have a acrid taste in my mouth. Something's happening to my left foot as well. It feels like it's being like kind of like shocked. So that would be like an example of frangling. I'm feeling something happen to like my stomach as well. Some type of horrible effect. So I'm gonna say it's 1:57. I started at 1:54, and I already feel like I'm in danger right now of just my safety here at the public library. So I'm gonna mark it like a danger to public safety. Another count of we're augmenting you. And I can feel something in my back, right neck, like pressure, kind of like a stinging sensation. And that would be an example of attempted augmentation by these artificial constructs. Second count of scrubs. I believe that's the first count of furrows. I can now feel something at the back of my throat. It's like breathing in kind of like a gas, and I think that's the example, or that's the connotation of what the furrows is happening right now from these exogeny. Now I've said in the past, within 30 feet is an unsafe radius to be within any artificial construct, and I feel like I'm in danger of further augmentation being this close to a certain gentleman here. So I'm going to relocate and continue. There's another kind of consecration. Third count of scraps. Second time of we're augmenting you. Glue. I have like a twitching sensation in my right calf, and so some type of horrible augmentation. First count of frangling. Second count of consecration. Second count of furls. Third count of glue. Third count of we're augmenting you. I said something about consecration at my house. your water will contain franglang after this, followed by a hiss. Third count of blump, and now I have like a pretty bad pain in my right calf. I'm gonna mark the third danger to public safety right now. Third count of consecrate. Nothing like tiny like pinpricks on the side of my head. You also hear a lot of these like blue, kind of like kissy noises in the background, which is just an example of these artificial constructs. They do these things. I think it's called like kissing the lenses, and it's a reference to being trapped in like a kind of like a virtual reality world, or at least it has been in the past. You hear the woman follow up in the background, mentioning kissing noises. Followed with an absolutely, just to play off what I'm saying right now. Just an example of me interacting with a recording that I'm making, and then people commenting on it in what would seemingly be a public situation. For the record, I have nothing to do with anybody in this place. I don't know anybody here. So for anybody to comment on what I'm saying or doing, it would be completely alien, out of the ordinary, and just kind of proving what is actually happening at the moment. Fourth count if we're augmenting you. Third count of furls, and the fifth count of using child. Second count of frangling. So I'm now experiencing like a pretty bad pain in my right, and then like the whole left side of my face, and that would be done by the artificial construct representation of the Fink over there. He usually wears like a wacky T-shirt and has white hair. Usually an older gentleman. And again, I saw him walking his dog yesterday, and he shot out some like gas and radiation at me. But he's like the basis for, like I've mentioned, for like Rick from Rick and Morty, Professor Frank from The Simpsons, like Doc from like Back to the Future. But he repeatedly appears here in my realm, just to kind of do horrible things to me. And I have like a stinging, burning sensation like on my face, and an acrid taste in my mouth. I'll go ahead and mark the fourth danger to public safety. Even though I kind of doubt that anybody else really is experiencing it. I've never seen one person think another person. I've never seen any of these creatures, put tetrazine or hydrazine on another one of these creatures. I've never seen them go, gloop each other or whatever. It seemingly only happens to me when I'm in their presence. So you can always, I've always said, you can always count on universal peace as long as I'm around, because only bad things happen to me at this point when I'm in the presence of these artificial constructs. I'm starting to feel like a pretty extreme pain in on the right side of my spine here, completely abnormal. And so that would just be an example of the augmentation. A second count of tetrazine, although it might have been hydrazine. A fourth count of Blump. A third count of Frangling. Many of these are coming from the bearded librarian over there, and he's an example of one of number 4's artificial constructs. He always has the same voice, and he was actually he had an artificial construct yesterday when I did the experiment at the pool, and he was the one who I won't say what he said now because I'm in public, but A fourth count of scrubs. Now I have this pretty severe pain in my left leg, and it's like a swelling of the muscular structure. So it's kind of an example of this exogenic radiation or gas, and it's I believe it's coming from the same direction as the thing who's old man in the wacky shirt. I believe it was the second count of hydrazine. I think that was the fifth count of Blump. The fifth count of We're Augmenting You. I believe that was the fourth count of Furls. And the fourth count of Consecration. Yeah, fourth count of Gloop. Again, I'd like to reiterate that these are all alien words, and seemingly nobody can notice this or will witness that this is going on. Most of the artificially manifested conversation and things being said right now have no place within the context of human interaction, and the words they're using are not in the vernacular of Terra Earth 2019. Second count of Faint. Sixth count of Blump. I'm now experiencing like twitches in my left shoulder, which is an example of augmentation. The fifth count of Gloop. The first death threat. I believe that was a count of furls, and if it was the 6th use of children that I've recorded. I've had multiple counts of Jenny by them, but it's kind of hard to be sure. I'm kind of using, kind of being a little bit muddled today. There's a 3rd count of hydrazine. Now I've got an extreme pain in my abdomen, in my abs, my right, and there's some herky-jerky movements going on. So I've mentioned these exogeny, how they'll make repeated, like, kind of shaking motions or herky-jerky movements, and then you'll experience pain, and it's from like some type of device they're using. And this is horrible. It's actually like tensing and creeping up my abdomen, so I'm going to mark the 5th danger to public safety right now, and I'm going to relocate, because I can actually see the gentleman making the herky-jerky movements, but it's hard to address a coward in public. 6 count of furls. There's another count of frangling. There's a count of Jenny right there, like exo Jenny. There's another count of scalps. And now at this point, since I'm even having a hard time finding a place to sit without experiencing all this exogeny activity, like the shocking in my abdomen, the acrid taste in my mouth, the hydrazine, the tetrazine, things like that, I'm going to mark a 6 danger to public safety. And after 35 minutes, I'm going to wrap up. This was day 6 of the library experiments, and out of the 10 words that we expected to hear, which are completely alien, we had 2 counts of fink, 2 counts of tetrazine, 3 counts of hydrazine, 6 counts of furls, 5 counts of gloop, 6 counts of blump, 4 counts of frangling, 1 count of exogeny, although I think I heard more, 4 counts of consecration, 5 counts of screlps. Notable comments while we're here would be the 5 counts of "we're augmenting you." There was a woman tutoring someone in the background, and she said multiple comments like "shoot," "dot," and "stand down." At 2:06, they said, "we're consecrating your house." At 2:07, they said, "your water will contain frangling," followed by hissing. I had 1 death threat. There were 6 uses of children, and this was Sunday, June 16th, 2019, and those are the results of the library experiment, day 6. Again, nobody else seems to be able to notice or bear witness. And I feel that it is unsafe for me to be here at this location any longer. My name is Matthew Allen Emerson. Until next time.